Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're going to be testing out the new Dose of Colours foundation. It's called Meet Your Hue. It's a medium to full coverage foundation. It comes in 30 mils. I got mine from Beauty Bay and it was £27.50, which was pretty good because it's $36 on Dose of Colours website. So when you translate that to pounds, I think it should have been about £33. So for Beauty Bay to sell it for like 27, I thought it was a really good price. So I got mine in the shade 105 Fair, and I was a little bit confused when I was looking at like the shades and everything. This is the colour. I saw that Taylor doing a review of this foundation and she picked the shade 103 and she said it was a little bit too light for her, and she is a little bit lighter than me, so I thought, well, I definitely need to go, you know, a few shades darker than her. But Dose of Colours have got on their Instagram some kind of charts to show you like similar colours. I was a little bit confused because some of the colours that I am, it went to different shades. So I went with 105 because it said it's similar to a Fenty 120, which is my colour in Fenty. It did say it's also the same as a MAC NW10. So for me, a MAC NW10 and a Fenty 120 are not the same. You know, NW10 is a little bit lighter, so I don't know, but yeah, so really I could have matched to a couple of colours, so I thought, well, you know, we'll see how we get on with this. Worst comes to it and it doesn't match me, I can always use like a white mixer. So today for my base, I'm just going to use the MUA Pro Base All Day Long Wear, just because it's quite easy to put on, and I've got a really thick moisturiser on, so I don't want to put anything too thick on that as well. The packaging is really lovely on this bottle. It's a glass bottle, and then it does come with a pump, and then it's got Meet Your Hue all the way around it. Oh, and by the way, I have read that this foundation is supposed to be suitable for all types of skin, so it's not you know, it's not particularly hydrating for like the dry skin, and it's not, you know, really mattifying for like oily combo skin, so it's just to suit everyone really. Actually, it does actually say on the box, it says high pigment, matte finish, buildable, lightweight and long wear. So, you know, pretty much everything that I would like in a foundation. It is also vegan and cruelty free, talc free, paraben free, oil free and fragrance free, and it's got the Leaping Bunny award on that, so that is pretty cool. So I'm going to be putting it on one side of my face with a beauty sponge. This is the Aldi sponge. These were really good, but I don't know whether you can still find them in stores, but a lot of people still have them, so it's fine. And then on my other side of the face, I'm going to be using this AOA Studio brush. This is the F4 High Def brush. This brush costs $1 and it is super good. Okay, so that is the sponge side done. It does look more medium coverage at this point because I've still got some redness here that is not covered, but you know, it does say it's buildable, so I'll try and put a little bit more on. And I mean, they do say that you're supposed to use it with their beauty sponge, so I would say, you know, you'll get the best coverage out of a sponge, but we'll see when we put the brush side on. That is the foundation on. This is the brush side and this is the sponge side. I built up the sponge side off camera, and I do feel like with the brush side I got that same level of coverage just with one usage. I didn't have to build it up, so I feel like they're pretty even now. I feel like the foundation, it's an alright match for me. I do feel like when I was putting it on though, it was oxidising a tad bit. So we'll need to see as it wears throughout the day, does it oxidise anymore? It is getting slightly warm here. It's still quite early in the morning, but it's getting quite warm. So I feel like I'm going to have to bake today just because the hot weather might skew the results of this foundation. I'm just going to put some more makeup on and then I'll come back and do like a first kind of check-in and a starting point for this video. Okay, so I've got my face on now. Just wanted to share with you a few of the products I am using. So I've got a few products from Shop Miss A. So they've got their own brand called AOA Studio. So this is the perfect setting powder. So this is what I use all over my face. What I do is I take a damp beauty sponge and then just pop it in the powder and then just kind of stipple it onto the face, and it bakes, but it doesn't make it overly dry because you've still got the damp sponge. But anyway, this is in the shade Soft Light, which is my shade. And then I have the pressed highlighter, which is pretty glowy because I only put a bit on. This is in the shade Empress. And then for my lips, I'm wearing Jeffree Star Can't Relate. I am actually trying out the concealer as well today, not for a video, just like to see how it got on, and it is really nice. It's in the shade C5, so I think that's pretty cool as well, because when you're fair or in the fair category, you usually have to pick like the lightest concealer, and for me, having to pick the 5th one is pretty awesome. So I think the foundation looks really nice on the skin now. Now I've put the powder on and the rest of my foundation and everything. It's just after 10 o'clock in the morning. I am going to do like a earlier finish time today just because I'm actually babysitting this evening, so I need to leave earlier. So yeah, that's the reason for the early start, but we'll get this we'll get on with the wear for today, and I'm hoping to give it at least 6-7 hours of wear. I'll come back and show you how it's done. Hey guys, welcome back. So the time is about 10 to 5, so we're almost looking at 7 hours of wear. So let's see how this looks on my face. Okay, so the weather has been extremely hot today, so I have lost a little bit of foundation on my forehead just because I've been like blotting here because I've been sweating loads. Now, considering I've been sweating loads, this foundation has actually held up really well because oil control is not actually one of its claims. The only thing I have is a little bit of shine around here. Now that is shine, not oil. So I'm actually really impressed because my forehead looks really good. It's not really sunk into any of my pores. My chin is all in place and it's not shiny. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this foundation to be as good because I've heard good things about this foundation. I've heard bad things. I've heard people who have tried different primers to work with this foundation, but yeah, it actually really works well for me. I was not expecting that. Yeah, it actually looks really good. So that is after 7 hours. Obviously it's not like 10 hours, so I might have a bit more oiliness around here, but honestly I'm quite good with that because look, everything is still in place. So yeah, really happy with this. Would definitely repurchase, but obviously this is just a first impressions. But yeah, I really like this foundation, so thanks for watching guys. Check out some of the other videos that I'm going to leave in the description box, and I will see you again shortly. Bye!